And welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Calhoun's. Next week, when the Vols host Mississippi State for a noon kickoff, grab your lunch at the Calhoun's locations in Neyland Stadium. And after the game, stop by any of their 9 area Calhoun's locations for your post-game activities. Calhoun's, the taste of Tennessee, and that certainly means Tennessee football. Follow them online on social media at Calhoun's on Twitter. All right, want to welcome in the next member of our panel today, way down there, longtime sports writer Chuck Cavaleris is with us. Chuck, thanks for being here. I've got, this is our Hot Read segment, 2 questions, 1 for each pairing, and I will start with Bob and Will, and we can go ahead and put up the Maurer numbers here. Brian Maurer looked very confident, looked incredibly decisive, especially early on. Gave Tennessee a much-needed boost, clearly, then Georgia locked him down. Has Tennessee found their quarterback? Or are you ready to say that at this point?
No, I'm not ready to say it at this point. I mean, I think he looks like he has. I think he looks like he has promise, but let's let him get more than 5 quarters under his belt. And if you look at it, it's 5 quarters. 3 of them haven't been good. So he's had 2 good quarters out of 5. So no, I think you're a long way from saying, "Oh, this is the guy. Boy, we've got him for another 3 years."
You hadn't been on social media.
I don't know about the long-term future. I think you found your guy for this year to say how much farther can he go, how much can he improve. If he's getting first-team reps and the work every single week, where does he get to? So I think you found your guy for this year of we're going to try to ride him as long as we can and see what we can get. Whether that he ends up looking more like a guy that is a 3-year from now kind of guy, or he's just filling a gap for somebody else, that remains to be seen at this point.
Pure coach speak, but it was interesting after the game, Pruitt was asked about the starter against Mississippi State, and he said he's going to have to watch the film before making that decision. Interesting. All right. Chuck and Jimmy. Philip Fulmer said this week that his coaching days are behind him, and he said that while giving a pretty good vote of confidence to Jeremy Pruitt. Was he wise to give a vote of confidence at this stage in the season?
Well, John, I think so much was getting out there for recruiting. I think it was as much a vote of confidence for recruits as it was for Jeremy Pruitt. And I also think Coach Fulmer was saying he is happy with where he is in life. And he realized how high that mountain is to climb. And I don't think he wants to take – so, I mean, I was kind of surprised. But then when it's getting out there, I think it's all about recruiting.
Okay. Jimmy, what were your thoughts on making that statement when he made it?
I didn't think it was necessary, and I don't know what it accomplishes. I'm not sure I'd have said it before playing Georgia. I might have said it before Mississippi State or UAB. I've seen so many coaches get fired after they got a vote of confidence within a week or 2. So what difference do they make? Is this going to be, oh, he got a vote of confidence, so this recruit in Las Vegas and this recruit in Atlanta is going to say I'm going to Tennessee? No, that depends on what Tennessee does the rest of the year. So I just didn't think it was necessary.
I think in sports, historically, votes of confidence are negative. I think they turn out to be a bad thing. And like you said, hey, we're all behind him until we're not.
Until he loses 3 more games.
There.
Well, I was just going to say, I agreed with Jimmy that it's kind of worthless because you always hear that guy that gets a vote of confidence is the death nail for him. I think what Fulmer had to do was talk about him not coming back and doing it because otherwise that's in the broadcast last night when they're trying to fill airtime.
Oh, it had gone national.
Right. So, I mean, he has to say that because otherwise that becomes the center focus of anything else.
Well, he said it when he got the AD job. He said he wasn't going to coach again. But you had so many other people speculating it on the national scene.
Right. I think you're just
responding
responding
to
to
the
the story.
Well, everywhere. But he needed to address that. Even though he said before.
He's also said he's done with coaching. Okay, he didn't say he's done with interim coaching. I just here's the thing. And here's what I meant. If Jeremy Pruitt has to have his appendix out on a Friday, you think Philip Fulmer just turns it over to Chaney? You think he walks down there on the sideline?
Chaney's undefeated.
Okay. All right. The thoughts on my thought on the vote of confidence. I didn't have a problem with it if they mean it. If you're saying, folks, this is the guy, we can't afford to buy him out. The program can't afford it, not in terms of cash, but just in terms of where we are. He's staying. Shut up and deal with it. If that's what that vote of confidence was, I got no problem with it. If it's just your standard, I got to keep the Wolves quiet for a day or two, then I don't think it accomplishes anything. Right. But if they're sending the message that, hey, stop squawking, he's going nowhere, and they mean it, okay, I got no problem with that. Chuck, you want to follow up?
No, I agree 100%.
Be hard to follow up if you don't win another game.
Well, I mean, that's the question. Where do you go if this team is? That'd be amazing if they're 1-11. But
True, I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
But
okay. There are a lot of things that have happened over the last 15
well,
years.
I
I
didn't see
didn't
him
think
losing
was
to
gonna
Georgia State either.
happen. Yeah. All right. When we come back, who played well, who didn't? 3 up, 3 down. Doves versus Vultures. Come on back on the Sports Source.